All About Chocolate, written by Robert Shockley. Introduction. People around the world love chocolate. They love it so much that every year they eat more chocolate than any other sweet. If you have ever wondered where chocolate comes from and how it's made, then read on. Where chocolate comes from, chocolate actually grows on trees, but you can't just pick a chunk of chocolate from a tree branch and eat it. The chocolate growing on tree looks, tastes, and smells nothing like the chocolate you eat. The tree that gives us chocolate is the cacao tree. Chocolate comes from beans that are found in large pots on the tree. Cacao trees grow where it is hot and wet. Mostly they grow near the equator. Today most cacao trees are grown on farms. Cacao trees have lots of small flowers. Some of the flowers change into pods, but most do not. It takes 4 to 5 years before a cacao tree begins to grow pods. Workers trim the branches to get the most pods from the tree. The pods change from green to a golden or reddish color as they ripen. Preparing the bean. Taking ripe pods from the cacao trees is the first step in making chocolate. Inside each pod are 20 to 50 beans. The cacao beans are the tree seeds. It takes a lot of beans and a lot of work to make chocolate. The pods are first gathered and then cut open with a large blade. The beans are then scooped out of the open pods. The beans are cream color and covered with a soft pulp. These beans are still very different from the chocolate you know. The pulp-covered beans are put into piles or boxes and covered. They begin to change from the cream color to a purple color after contact with the air. The bean also change on the inside in a process called fermentation. After the beans have fermented, they are dried. As they dry, the beans are turned. Once the beans are dry, they are placed in large cloth bags and shipped to maker of chocolate. From bean to chocolate, making chocolate from the fermented dry beans is a complicated process. First, the beans need to be cleaned. Then chocolate maker blend different kinds of beans together. This is to make sure the chocolate has just the right flavor. The beans are roasted in order to bring out the chocolate flavor. This is when the beans begin to smell like chocolate. As the beans are roasted, the thin shell that covers them grows brittle. The beans pass through a machine that cracks the shells and blows away the piece of shell with fans. After the shells are removed, only the meaty part of the bean, called the nib, remains. The nibs are ground up and crushed until they become a liquid. The liquid is poured into mold where it cools into bars of bitter, unsweetened chocolate. The bars are then pressed until a yellow liquid called cocoa butter is removed. The cocoa butter drains through a screen and is collected to the to make a chocolate we eat. After the liquid cocoa butter is removed, the solid part of the bar is ground into a powder. Cocoa powder is sent to dairies and bakeries to flavor baked goods and dairy products. The chocolate we eat is made in the final step of mixing. The mixing takes place in machines with big rollers, sugar, cocoa powders, cocoa butter, and other ingredients are rolled and mixed until smooth. The smooth mixture is poured into mold and cooled. After it has cooled and solidified, the chocolate is wrapped in packets for shipping. The first roasting, number 2 shelling, number 3 grinding, number 4 mixing, number 5 smoothing, number 6 pouring, number 7 cooling, number 8 wrapping. History of chocolate. People in what is now Mexico were drinking chocolate 2,000 years ago. It was very bitter, a bit like coffee. In time, people brought cacao beans across the ocean to Spain, but chocolate only became popular in Europe once people started adding sugar to it. The invention of milk chocolate made it more popular still. Once factories started making chocolate in the 17th, it became a favorite treat in many countries. Chocolate timeline. 200 people in Mexico and Central America first used chocolate. 900 people in Mexico and Central America use chocolate as money. 1528, the Spanish bring cacao beans and knowledge of how to make a chocolate drink to Spain. 1657, first chocolate shop opened in London, England. 1847, first chocolate bar is sold. 1875, Swiss man makes and sells the first milk chocolate. 2019, world consumed over 4 million metric tons of cacao beans. Chocolate today. Most of the chocolate made in factory today is used to make chocolate candy. Other chocolate goes into ice cream, chocolate drinks, and baked goods, such as cakes and donuts. Each year, people around the world consume or eat tons of chocolate. Conclusion. It took a long time for chocolate to become popular throughout the world. Today, people everywhere eat a lot of chocolate, making it world's most popular sweet. The next time you eat chocolate, think about how it was made. Yummy chocolate brownie. Try this. Make sure you have an under help you with any cutting or handing of hot food. Number 1, gather these ingredients. 1 cup butter of margarine. 4 square, 1 ounce each of unsweetened chocolate, also called baked chocolate. 4 eggs. 2 cups white sugar. 2 teaspoons vanilla extract. 1 and a half cups of all-purpose flour. A teaspoon baking powder, a pinch of salt. Number 2, preheat the oven to 350 degrees. F degree, C degree, 180 degree. Rub grease over 9 15-inch baking pan. Number 3, melt the butter in a saucepan over medium heat on the stove top. After the butter is melted, take it off the heat and stir in the chocolate until it is melted and mixing it. Add the egg one at a time, stirring thoroughly. Then add the sugar and vanilla, stirring the mixture until smooth. Number 4, in a separate bowl, mix the flour, baking flour, and salt. Gently pour the butter, chocolate, and sugar mix into the flour and stir it until the flour is completely wet. Number 5, pour the mixture into the baking pan and spread it evenly. Number 6, bake for 25 to 30 minutes until the brownie begins to pour away from the side of the pan. Number 7, let the brownie cool in the pan before you cut them. Make 12 brownie.